Alright folks, let's go ahead and get started. I'm the Arnie Valley and welcome to another episode of Star Technology. I'm better now. I've been kind of cranky the last couple episodes. Hopefully you haven't noticed, but I'm getting a little bit better. I think we are finally ready to go. So we have Fusion Reactor 1s, Fusion Reactor 2s. It's going to be a while before we get to Fusion Reactor 3s. And so we're making titanium. And we have 1,000 ingots and just a 10,000 in liquid form. We've got Americium, and we've got a fair dinkum of ingots. Oop, can I go? Oh, good. That was close. I cannot figure out how tall these are. I get so focused on the scaffolding that I forget to look. And then we've also got sort of Darmstadtium. So I figured I could either spend the first, half an hour of an episode setting things up, or I could just go over here and start manufacturing Darmstadtium. Sorry, the UV machine holes out of Darmstadtium. So it's super slow, so I wasn't real worried about it outpacing anything. But we've got, 85 machine holes. That's got to be enough, right? So if you remember, it's been so long. We're trying to get these solar panel 7s. If we have time, this might be a long episode because I kind of just want to wrap everything up. We might get to wetware processors too. And we might get to UV energy hatches. These are going to be a little bit different, but they still require the UHPIC chips, and we can make those, and everything else is makeable. So we might make a few of these and start releasing them in the wild. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, so first step is come over here and let this guy run for a while. Oh, no, first step is to jump up to the top layer and then let this guy run for a while. We have enough PCB coolant. This is all the stuff that we made a couple episodes ago. Let's power through it. And what's that? I already have pistons, motors, robot arms, conveyor belts. I already have them all done. Fantastic. So, okay. Sorry. Brief little whine. This is me whining. They changed all these assembly line recipes. So, for example, this one, this one is now only 7 long. How am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to fix that? Which means that maybe these ones are long too? I won't know until I pull some out, but I keep walking around and things aren't, like these robot arms have got to be changed somehow. The robot arms, okay. This one's got me a little cranky. I think I might have mentioned it last time. To make, they're in my inventory. No, they're not. I had some in, they're over here now. I made 2 stacks. To make these guys is now an assembly line recipe. To make these guys is now an assembly line recipe. Wait a second. No. Yeah. To make UV tier circuits is still the assembly line recipe. So you need 2 assembly line recipes for what's ultimately a temporary thing. So, I just noticed. This is 10. And we are only doing it, most of these are the same, but this is only 8 long. And we were making them in here before, so something's changed. Anyways, the point is I'm really, really hoping we can get through to wetware before I have to worry about it. Because wetware processors do go in the circuit assembler to make the ZPM tier circuit, right? Wetware processors are LUV, and wetware processor assemblies are ZPM. And then to make, look at that. These guys are still assembly line, but it's 8. See, so we could do that one just fine. That's easy. But then we can also obviously go to UHV, which is going to be a little bit dicey. We'll get there. But in the meantime, let us see if we can't play the game where we collect a bunch of stuff. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to do... Can I fit all these in there? Kind of. Not really. I don't know which ones need to stay and which ones need to go. Actually, I don't need any more fusion chemical plant 2s. So now we can fit these all in here. Okay. So UV motors. And we're going to... They're only like 6? Yeah, 6. So we're going to grab all of this stuff. Let's go make it happen. I need to set up automation for it. I get that. I totally 100% get that. But I'm, like I said, I'm a little bit... We're only going to make a stack of these, and then I'll make some more on the back in the background. I try to make more, but it's getting a little spicy. I can be honest. Okay, so 4 of these will turn us into... I think I've even got long rod in here still. Nope. Switch to bolts. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting the long rods. Great. Next one is rings. Okay, so we need 4 stacks of rings. Each one of these comes 8. No, it comes as 4. So we need 1 more stack of titanium. This is going to be me bouncing back and forth because I don't want to have extras, which means that I'm going to do one at a time so I don't cause myself grief. Darmstadtium is actually being slow rolled. Actually, I need to move all of this ruthenium over. I might do that real quick so we get a little bit extra Darmstadtium going. If the fusion reactor runs out of material, it like stops, and then it takes like the 350 million or 332 million or whatever it is energy to go back. So kind of want that not to happen. Ring. That was ring. All right. You and you. And then we need up here 8 rounds. And this is where it gets sus. We'll go ahead and just do a whole stack. That's faster and easier. It is nice. The reach is frustrating. About 40%. Where did I go? About 40% of the time, and then about 60% of the time, it's actually super convenient because like I don't have to jump to reach things. Okay, so let that run. We'll bring these over. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And this is the second one. I like actually making 2 stacks of stuff because then even if it only requires 1, we got it right in there. But it's fine. Everything's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we can't put the extra one into here because this is kind of general use. Oh, dang it. I can keep doing that. It pulls it in, and then you use it. Okay, so I did set up automation for quantum stars. This is not permanent. I don't know where any of my permanent automation for these higher tier things is going to go yet. We're running out of space is basically what it comes down to. Again, I've got places, but I want the whole area. I want it to be neat and orderly. And the reason I keep complaining about the changes in the new version. Americium wire. Okay. This is also where it gets spicy. So we need 8 stacks of americium. Oof. Let's make that happen. Maybe. One of these I can jump on and I can get up there. That's the one. Okay, so... Alright, well, there's a quest complete. You can tell that I've picked them up before, because that's what happens when you get a quest reward like that. I keep thinking I gotta remember to change that input bus to something bigger. And then I don't. And then the last one is yttrium, barium, cuprate cables. We need 2 stacks of those. I think we might be best doing that over here. Got one. Nope. Dang, nabbit. In this one. One of these. There we go. And then down a layer, I've got another stack. I could just make them, but this is kind of easier in a lot of ways. One of these, this wire mill. Yes. Okay, and the reason why we're doing this is, of course, to get the better solar panels. And then we're going to try to push. I think we're going to just push for neutronium. I don't know if that's going to be real or not. But if we can push for neutronium, then we can get the solar panel 8s. Nothing else is required, just neutronium. And once we get the solar panel 8s, then we'll replace everything with UV solar panels, and UV becomes our new standard. Are you done yet? You're probably still tooling along. No, you're done. Is that 64? That doesn't seem like 64 to me. No, it's 32 because I only put 4 in there. Okay. Well. Okay, so play this game. We let the magnet do its thing. This is what the magnet's for. How many more you got? Oh, a lot. I think it'll be okay. It'll be fine, right? Nothing bad's ever happened by doing this. You can see my FPS in the top corner. It gets a little spicy. That's my new term apparently for things. All the items floating around, but now I can just run over here. Nope, don't warp. Can't warp. Alright, where did things go? Mericium wire is in the 5th place. Oof, 64 stacks. I don't think that was 64 stacks. Is that 64 stacks? Yes, because it's 1,000. 24 is what's it? So it should be 4096, actually, shouldn't it? 4096 minus 64, so it should be 4028 or whatever. We will check and see if I lost some somewhere along the lines. So if I put you in here and I put you in here, you should be working. And you're not. Oh, I know why it's not. I know why it's not. There we go. Okay, let's put this away. And then I actually have not got what I need. Why not? My inventory's a mess. Wow, I could have sworn. Okay, so it's we have the soldering alloy, we have the lubricant, but now we need new quadria. I could have sworn I grabbed 4 stacks into quadria, put them in here. Then where would they have gone? Did I put them in here for some main reason? No, they're not in my inventory. I guess we go wait patiently for 4 stacks into quadria to extract. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. The nice part is it's doing 64 recipes in parallel. We will get to the, is it 256 parallel hatch? Once we get kind of strongly into the UVH. But I'm not gonna automate things unless it gets crazy. Like this thing where we have to create a thing to create a thing. That's as much as I'm willing to microcraft. Typically by the time I get to like, I have to make a thing to make a thing to make a thing, you know, three layers, I start going, is this worth doing? This might not be worth doing. Let's put it in. Yeah, see, I'm missing an aquadrum. I feel like that's where it would have gone. Uh-oh. Liquid Nequadria won't go into an enriched aquadrum. How am I supposed to carry this over there then? 9,000. And you only go up to 8,000. Did I mention spicy? Well, we will cheat then and use you. Are you done? No. Still needs another 27. I must have filled up the output hatch. Come on. Done. Okay. Now we run this over here and put it against someplace like that. Oh, that's a good sign. Making a UV electric motor. 15 seconds. I can live with that. Okay. So these will be our first UV parts. We finally... That's my hands washing themselves of things. So from here, I'm only going to make... we need to make some pistons. Or sorry. Yeah, we need to make pistons, but UV robot arms. I think we're going to make... I think we need 2 assemblers. I don't remember what the second one's for, though. Honestly, we should just go make energy hatches. Honestly, why didn't I make UV energy hatches before? Is that better than doing what we're doing here? UV chips. Titanium. Oh. We should just make these. We should just make those. Okay. How many do you think we can afford to make? I mean, I've got some UHPIC chips. What if we make 16 to start? Because then I don't even have to make general purpose ones. I can just replace these guys. Replace that. I've got them energy hatch. I've got the wires. Yeah, I think we make like 16 energy hatch. Yeah, UV energy hatches, and call that good. Yes, I think that's the idea. Then, in that case, UV energy hatch, it can go, it has to go in the assembly line, but let's make 16. Did I say that? I think I said that. So while those guys are running, we'll collect the materials for the next one. And then we'll come back. We still need 1 to make the solar panels. They're down there. But a lot of this, I don't know. I still haven't figured out what exactly we're going to do. None of these work. A bunch of them processors might be broken. Yep, I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on there, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so machine hulls and cables. That's what we want. Dang it. I hate when I do it. I see it, I stop, and then I do one more anyways. This is already going off the rails. 16 UV processors. And then 32 UHPIC chips. They should be in here. Nice. Okay, and then what was the last one we needed? It was the titanium, yeah. So if we're going to make 16 of these, we need 16 magnetic samarium rods, and then 4 stacks of fine titanium wire, which is 1 stack of titanium. Half a stack of titanium. I don't know how many stacks it is. I should know by this point, but we'll do, I think it's 32. And then the samarium wires are... Sorry, the short samarium rods are down here somewhere. Okay. I'm hoping this is good enough. Not that one, this one. Nice, okay. So then the question is this what's got everything locked? Doggone it. This is what's got everything locked. Okay, so we'll make 1. We'll power it for just a second, and then we'll move on with our lives. Right. And then in that case, I'm going to leave this stuff in my inventory just to taunt myself. My failures. So many failures. Why do I have 1 fine americium wire? I think that's supposed to go in here. Yeah, okay. So Derp. That was close. 15 seconds each. We have stuff we can do in the meantime. You'll notice I've got this black light in here. We're going to make a stack of sterilizing filters, but that's only if we get to that point. I want to make this stuff first. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to forget what this is for, but I'm still going to doot, and doot. Oh, man. Next step is then we want to make the assembler, and then we've got the circuit assembler, so we don't even need to make a circuit assembler. Once we can make the we can just dump a UV hatch in here, and everything should be golden, right? That's the plan. That's the plan. That's our plan. It's definitely our plan. So I think I'm gonna pause it unless we could. So here's what I don't know yet. I don't know, to make this, we have to make the neural processing unit, which is going to require sterilized growth medium, and wet-ware printed circuit boards, which requires wet-ware circuit boards, which also requires sterilized growth medium, and petri dishes. Petri dishes are actually easy. Polybenzimidazole gets us 2. That's fine. We will just set that up. There's a cylinder mold, which we don't have, but it's easy enough to make. Okay. Sterilized growth medium, though, requires a fluid heater in a sterile clean room with raw growth medium, which also requires a sterile clean room. And that's mincemeat, salt, calcium, and agar with mutagen. Mutagen requires enhanced bacterial sludge. There is a chemical reduction, but I don't think we're going to do that. Because if we did it in this room that we're in right now, it would take too much. Okay, so we're expected to just run these through over and over again. For now, maybe we just do a few. Now I want to set up the actual line. So we need to make enriched bacterial sludge, which is just uranium dust. That's fine. But to make the bacterial sludge to begin with, we need bacteria. Oh my goodness, it's so many steps. The stem cells are part of the neural processing unit, so those get fed back around. That's fine. Osmium dust, the bacteria, and sterilized. Wait a second. We needed all this to make sterilized growth medium. There we go. Bacteria and biomass. Okay, so this one gets the stem cells, so we want to make that happen, but we're not quite there yet. So bacteria is just biochaff and distilled water in a brewery. So these are all going to be single blocks, and I think we're going to do. Actually, we could do a 7x7 clean room, sterilized clean room. We just need to figure out where it's going to go. Realistically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could maybe do it out here. Maybe we do it over here. Just trying to find some place that doesn't make it seem completely weird. Regardless, while we are waiting on those things to go, let's advance. So I made the black light. The black light is fairly easy. It's just europium. We need some laminated glass, some tungsten carbide. There's nothing new here, so I figured we'd go ahead and do it. And this one is just going to require 2 stacks of large polybenzimidazole fluid pipes, and 2 stacks of item filters, and a titanium frame. Just so many things. Okay, so we'll just kind of start grabbing some of that stuff, I guess. If I remember, where do we have polybenzimidazole? Okay, I don't remember if I did this or not, but this obnoxious cable here is because I didn't realize we needed to have this thing here, and I hate when that happens. 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. That's enough for a large. I didn't realize we were going to have to make the ingots. I mean, I knew we did. I just didn't think about it. So it's on the wrong side, and the output hatch. And I didn't want to move the output hatch around. Well, if I move the output hatch around, I got to move the router. Yuck. All of that was not a good plan. So instead, we just get a little ugliness. That's fine. There's no ugly. It's just happy accidents, right? We learned that. We all know that. Large is right here. I do like the magnet. I don't even have to try. I can just make it happen. Okay, so there's that, and item filters. I think we don't have enough. If I have to take a break, I'll make those during the break because my inventory is not really set up for that. What else do we need? Nakoda alloy rotors. That's easy. Over here. We'll come back here, and I think we've got Nakoda alloy up here. We do. I think I hear that still running. Yeah, I can see it running. We can't really do anything until it's done, so I figured it's a good time to get these underway. And for whatever reason, that always eludes my eyeballs. What else do we need? ZPM motors and titanium frames. Okay, so that's 2 stacks of titanium. And this is why I did all this ahead of time so that it would at least have a little bit of time to pack up. So I'm not like hemming and hawing. Will we have enough? Won't we have enough? We just know we have enough. And motors. Oh, ZPM emitters. That I don't think I have enough for. I did set them to be automated, but they are missing processors. ZPM tier processors. I only have so many. How many do we need? 15. Don't let me down. Oh, that's not a good sign. How many do you need? 2. It's just 2. Why did it pull so many in there? Alright, well, we'll let that run for a minute and grab the motors while we're down here. And I think we might be getting to the point where we should start looking at making some... Wait, no, we need to see down here. It's still 19 to go. Every step of the way, you make things faster, and then you suddenly make things slower. Yep, okay. I really don't know what we're going to do. I'm tired of, like... really don't want to remake all of these. So some of them might stay, some of them might get rearranged. But it's getting silly that I decided I was going to do all these with LV power. Yeah, it's free, but at this point, essentially IV power is free too. So maybe could have handled it differently. Okay. We were making. Let's see if we can clear out some of this nonsense. 2, 3, 4. Go in here. Still on a 4. So we've got these guys going. Got the motors. Got the black light. I'm trying to decide if we need to grab those yet. Because once we grab them, things will get a little bit spicy. Yeah, I guess we're kind of at the point where we need to make some more filters. Just trying to think, do I have filters anywhere else? I was putting them in here for a while. All right. 2 stacks of zinc it is. That will get us... That won't get us enough. Will it? Yeah, that'll get us 8 stacks of that. Okay, so then we need a stack of steel. I do have 1 stack of item filters, and I've got a few extras, but not enough to really write home about. That's never gonna be not funny. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Watch the numbers go up. I think the reason I'm not enjoying watching the numbers go up is because they only ever go up to 64. I really want to see the big numbers. Okay, we have those and that. We have fluid pipes. 1 and 2. And then we have those. So I think... Uh-oh. Nope, that was recipe, not usage. No, what do we... Oh, we're missing those ZPM emitters still. Okay. Okay, now you've stopped again. Oh, doggone it. I know why it stopped. 5. Because I have to actually put them in here. I have to make these by hand now. I haven't set up the automation, and it doesn't seem worth it to do the automation. We're literally right on the cusp of the wetware. So, yeah, we're just gonna let it slide for a second. Okay, so these are 15 seconds each. It's gonna take us just a moment. Yeah, so what happened there was I put them in the ender drawer, and then I was like, why are you pulling out so fast? It's because everything else that needed them, because they're starved, that line right now, started sucking them out and making their bits and pieces. Mostly robot arms, sensors, emitters, the field generators. Yeah, that's really what's stopping me right now. Okay, I think maybe this is close to done. Yeah, okay. So if we're gonna make some, we're gonna make the UV robot arms. I looked this up earlier and I totally forgot to even check. We need 2 motors, but we only need 1 piston. So I think we can get by making 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pistons. So let's see if we can make that happen. Four pistons. Oh, sorry, yeah, 4 motors. Should really just mark that. Need some more Quadria. So 16 plates and 20 basically. This was always coming. I try to stay away from the collectathon episodes, but you just at a certain point can't. You have to make all the things. And my problem is that I am always trying to collect or keep the downtime low, which means that, you know, running through 3 or 4 recipes at a time, and it's really easy to get confused, and the inventory limitations don't help. Oh, I did make energy modules. These are the ZPM batteries. We made batteries so many times that I figured it was okay to make them off camera. If that's upsetting to you, let me know, and we can take a look. All right, titanium plates go second. Rings go third. We need some more rounds, which we have, and we need some regular rods. So that'll be 8 ingots, and we'll just grab the stack that's still left. It's almost like I like when things add up nicely like that. I want to say that was done intentionally, but I don't have any idea. Alright, the piston was rounds in 4. And the rod's there. And then 4 Naquita alloy gears and 8 small Naquita alloy gears. So that's what, 40? No. 16 plus 8 is 24. You can't see me bobbing my head like, come on, let's go. I'm trying to go fast. I showed the kids. I was messing with the kids today. I grabbed a bunch of old cartoons. I remember them watching when they were kids. And I mean, we're talking kids. I'm talking like wee little stuff like Word World or Super Y or Sonic Underground. And they were like, "What is this? My brain is going numb. I can't. I've seen this show too many times. I know this show. How can I forget that it existed?" It was glorious. Okay, so I think we only need cables after this. But let's just double check. This is in 7, and that is in 6. So this should be 7. This should be 6. We already did the rods, so we just need 8 cables. Nope, these cables. I like that I already had the metal for the wires made for whatever reason. It made everything kind of tie up nicely for me. We need the liquid. I've got tons of soldering alloy. I've got a ton of lubricant in there. So we just need 16 to quadria. No. This one. I've got the hiccup, so every time I get quiet, you're probably hearing me hiccup. But I don't think that the audio is picking it up. Did I put back my cube for liquid storage? What is that called? Did I leave it out here? I did leave it out. Why do you have lubricant in you? Why do you have lubricant in you? That's not cool. Don't do that. Okay. Oh, I know, because it pulled the lubricant in. But then why did it only take 1? That part's a little upsetting. I'm gonna have to do it again, aren't I? Oh. That's why, because it was trying to transfer it between places. I think we're just gonna expect that's gonna happen again. Okay, actually, pull this off. Just do that. Oh, like that. And good. Okay, so this should be UV pistons. Great. And that there, so we're going to look for it. Maybe we're ready for these guys. So close. Okay, now what are you reading on? You're eating all of my processors, aren't you? Now you've got processors. What? Got frames. Got motors. Got rods. Stars. Processors. Oil. Oil. Energy. Cable. Liquid input. Okay, so you've got all the things you need. Why aren't you running it? Got the emitter. This part is driving me crazy. Oh, you know what I bet you it is? This happened before. 1 1 4 2 2 64 32 4. Nope, that's fine. That's fine. Why? Bro, what is the deal? Requires LUV. 1142 32, 64, 32, 4. 1, 1, 4, 2, something, 64, 32, 4. Got all the stuff you need. Your output bus is good. Do you have power? Yes. You're running power. What do you suppose? Okay, let's try this. I've had to do several different things to get these to run again. Okay, so new plan. We're gonna make 60 of these now. And I'm going to pretend like that didn't happen. Okay, and then in here, I'll just put all of this, and we'll come back to it in a moment if we need to. That's very frustrating. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. This is going to be silly. I'm going to be... I'm going to groan. That's what I'll do. If, that's what it was. They were in there, but they weren't really in there. Okay, we'll come back and make the rest of those here in a moment then. And you guys should be about done. You are. Okay, so I need to make 4 robot arms. And we're going to do that pretty much the same. So we need 23 gears. 32. Okay. Actually, how many is this? None of the... Oh, no. I think we have all those. Okay, I think we're okay. I think we'll be okay. So each UV robot arm requires a half staff of metal. My fingers twitch sometimes. I don't know if that happens to you guys. But I'm purposely holding my finger up, and then I guess it gets tired, and it's like, nope, you're, needed 12 of these, right? And then ears, and then 4 long rods. And gear. I do like how fast everything is. I hope I've been mentioning that. It's frustrating that I've got to go through and refix everything, but it's mostly okay. Small gears. That was everything. Yes. And then 8. Need 8 motors. Nope, not those. These. Four pistons, right? And then 4 UV, 8 CPM, 16 LUV. Okay. 4 UV. Uh-oh, wait a second. Oh, this is one too long. Okay, we can fix that here in a second. 4 UV. 8. Those. And I don't have any LUV. Yeah. Let's go there. And then what we need to do is break you. Put one of these down here. And then we just basically rebuild that. No big deal. Everything's fine. That part is no big deal. Okay. need 2 laminated glass. I need 1 assembly line casing. I don't know where all the parts are though, because I can't sort everything. It doesn't necessarily stand out anymore. Nope, those are steel gearboxes. Assembly line control casing. 1 of those, and 3 solid machine casings. Is that everything? Is that really it? The assembly lines are kind of a pain when you first start making them, but then you start doing it a bunch of times and suddenly you're like, oh, this is no big deal. We did test several episodes ago now that the gratings, I forgot about that. That you can make things work in assembly lines that are too long. So that's a good sign. I like that. Assembly line grating. That's filter casings. I love when you're watching somebody try to find stuff on YouTube and you're like, right there, bro. Just look, oh, nope. Oh, you're going colder. Come on now. You can find it. You can do it. I might have run out of gratings. Nope, they were literally right there. Good job. So we can go back to UV robot arms. There we go. Okay, structure formed, which means that all we need to do is 16 cables. Nice. Please go right. No, it's not going to go yet because we need more quadria. That's another 16. Okay. I know I could probably have planned this out ahead of time, but it's too much when you're running on like 3 projects at once. And each project has got several steps. I could just make everything all at once, like overdo it, but I'm trying not to do that because then I have like piles of barrels sitting around. It just becomes a worse and worse problem. Okay, good. I don't know how you're supposed to. Oh, are you supposed to like bucketed it over? Because you can always make things in buckets. So like if we put in several more, like 6 more. Wait, we put in 16. So if we put in, I think 5 more, we'd have 3 buckets and we could move it over in actual buckets. I guess that may be if you don't have Gregtech, that would be a solution. Okay, we got that stupid lubricant in there again. This time we're going to bucket it out. Yeah. So I think you can always put things in buckets, is my point. All right. So why did you only make 1? Well, oh. Huh. I was so happy that it was going to be a nice round number, a half a stack, but it was not. I got so fixated on making 4 that I thought they were 1 each. Yep, that's my bad. We needed the long rods. Not you. That is absolutely okay. I am happy with easy problems. So I've been telling a bunch of my students, it's, better this than many of the other problems you might be facing. Okay, so lastly, we need UV conveyor belts. It's a conveyor module. And this one is going to be 8 more of those. 8 plates, 16 rings. Okay, let's go. Let's try to grab all of them. A stack of rounds. You know what? We're just gonna do this. And then some screws. 4 screws. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. And some more cables. That's totally okay. Alright, let's try this again. Plates. 8 of them. Then we need 16 rings. And then the rounds, right? And then the last one was the weird one. Right, bolts. And it's weird for me because you do the bolts, then you do the screws. And I don't know where the extra material. Did you make? You did. That's not enough, is it? No, that's too many. Oh well. Like everything else, we'll just make do. 16. There we go. Cool. There's that. There's that. The bender's got some. No, that goes there. The rings. And it should have been a 5 recipe. 5 element recipe. 6. Oh, yeah. Because we got to get the cables. Nice. Okay, I am pleased with all this. You're done. Awesome. We're going to need to make some more quadria. I can remember that. And we actually need to put some styrene butadiene in here. So it requires all 4. Okay, so another 16 to quadria. And then some styrene butadiene. Styrene butadiene is actually easy enough. Quadria. Sorry, that's back over here. I don't understand why sometimes I take damage. See, did it again. I grab exactly the number I need, and then I click one more time, like just for good luck, I guess. I don't know. Okay, you. Little ritual here. We'll grab that back. It's not that I care to save the lubricant. I just don't want to have to figure out why I can't put stuff in there. Okay, and then lastly, we need some styrene butadiene, which means this vanadium gallium is going to have to come out. Out. And, oh, that's fine. Probably just use this. And steal it out of here. Yes. Uh-oh. Okay, good. You are not running because have motors, have plates, motors, plates, rings, rounds, screws, and cables. Atrium bearing brake cables. Okay, so we need soldering alloy, lubricant, soldering alloy, lubricant, quadria. I got naquita. Doggone it. Okay. This can hold an aqueduct. Okay, let's try that again. That's me. That's my bad. It doesn't help that they've got... Oh, I see. I thought I was jumping up to this top layer up here. They've got Naquita, Naquadria, Naquita Alloy, Enriched Naquita, and Trinaquita? Trinaquita Alloy. I don't feel too bad about getting these ones wrong. Alright, so when I said one more time, what I really meant to say was 2 more times. Okay, good. We see it running, which is obviously a good sign. And you can go away, and you can go away. Nice. Okay, so let's grab you guys out. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to put it right there is what I'm going to do with it. Right. You shouldn't be done. Oh, wow, we need a lot of styrene butadiene. That's a crazy lot of styrene butadiene. That was like 3.5 buckets per. Okay, well. Alright, so UV assembler. And we won't need the circuit assembler on this one. This will be the first tier we don't have to make a circuit assembler. We just need to grab 4 more wires. 2 of these. And I'm really hoping that this will kind of settle everything down. 4 wires to the, and we got the UV processors. Yes, excellent. Bam. Bam. Nice. Okay. Last thing, I need a UV transformer. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. Let's go ahead and mark it. Okay, so I need some UHPIC chips, 4 vanadium gallium cable, ZPM machine hull. Okay, that's all easy enough. And here. Nice. Okay. So we are about to achieve one of the main goals for what we've been doing for a while. And that is, I'm going to go like that. Nope. I go like that. Oh, that's all moving up there. Okay, that's fine. And then I need to give you robot arm. Import. There's no processors in there to import just yet, but we'll get there. ZPM voltage transformer. It is currently stepped down, and we need it to step up like that. Hopefully, if I put it like this, like that. Step up. That's what we want. Okay, so you've got power, and if I throw in, you need soldering alloy. Aha! I actually set that up just a moment ago. So it's not actually that it was too far. The like I've been saying several times, the distance is kind of buggy. But I was actually filled up on the on what we could put in there, so I had to put down another router as just an intermediary thing. Yeah, so let's do that. Transfer out a router. Soldering alloy. Nice. Okay, okay. It's happening. It's so exciting. Trying to think. I think we want to do this. Uh-oh. Not enough power, and I know exactly why. Whoop. Okay, that's fine. We'll do that. Did you not finish last time? Doesn't matter. We're finished now. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so the solar panel 4s are nice because they produce... I already forgot. Is it LUV power? LV, MV, HV, EV, IV, LUV, CPM. Yeah, it produces CPM. So that's going to go well. We should have 4 total. I don't think I'm ready to put them out yet. I'll put them out. Well, okay. We'll put them together out as a celebration of having finally done it. So this is good. And now we need to work on these ones. The only difference is we need liquid indium 10 lead cadmium soldering alloy, which is no big deal. It's just well, maybe it is a big deal. I'll set that up. Blast furnaces are boring, so I haven't been doing them much. But it is already liquid. It doesn't go to the molten stage. Europium cables are easy. Dense neutronium plates is kind of the goal. Now, neutronium, the only thing here is I have to get liquid neutronium. And it's just a quadria and a americium. We have an americium, we have a americium. It's 4 ingots of americium and 4 ingots of quadria to make 1 ingot of neutronium. Makes sense because neutronium is obviously supposed to be like super, super dense. Neutronium is the stuff that white dwarfs are made out of. It's the stuff that's supposed to be like a teaspoonful of it is the same weight as like the entire Earth. So obviously not quite the same, but that's what neutronium is. It's where the gravity is so dense that the actual atomic bonds break down, and it's literally just neutrons next to each other, not atoms next to each other, just a whole set of neutrons. And then this is where I've been told things bog down. It bogs down a lot here. So we'll do a lot of optimization on it. But one of the first things that we'll do is set this up, maybe. I'm kind of a little nervous about how long this is going to take, but it's okay. So next step is we made... Oh, wait, you know what? I bet you we can do. Yeah, you know what? We should do it. This is UV, right? So let's do this. Let's try this. If I come in here, grab UV machine hull, and we grab... I have a UV processor. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the blast furnace room. This one here. This one's not running yet because it needs UV power. But I do have these prismalium ingots, which is the cheap the like fantasy-ish semiconductor for LV. Or, sorry, UV. So we will run down 1, 2, 3 of them in there and 1 of them in there. And I should be able to make a power converter. I can. Okay, so this is a UV energy converter. And we'll do exactly like what we did before. We'll put it right there. And then I can put the other assembler right here. I got to give it a little bit of power. And I'm betting this one right off the bat is just going to need to... Yeah, it can't even fill it up. So we've got to right off the bat hit it with that. That was a lot. Okay, so you've got power, you've got everything, which means that in here, we're going to grab these guys out. In here. I bet it needs a 1. It does. It's still 10 seconds each. But as soon as we get to it, this is literally the only thing we need this particular one for. We'll let it run for a bit, just to let it feel good about itself. Actually, I'll probably do it easier. It'll be easier if I do 4. But I can come over here. Grab these guys. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need to get some sodium potassium in there. Otherwise, I think the other one is soldering alloy. Good. Okay, so to get the sodium potassium in there, we're going to... Oh, we can do that. That's fine. I actually think I have some sodium potassium. Just hanging around. We need 10, which is funny because I was actually getting real nervous about it when we needed to make 2 sodium potassium way back when. Okay, so that's not going to happen in that case. I think I run over here. Chemical reactor room, and this should be sodium potassium. It is. Now, how much did we need? Sorry, there was a loud bag. 20 buckets. Okay, that means we're going to grab this, and I want to get it exact. Well, actually, we want 160, right? Yeah, because we're doing 16 of them. So if we do... Now we just need to figure out how do we get 160. I think we grab this. Oh no, I'm out of fluid cells. Oh no, we lost a little bit of vanadium gallium. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And then I'll just sit and... actually, no, I won't. I'll... I'm making this too complicated. We will just grab you, that there. Oh no! That won't work. Okay, so that actually answers a question I haven't actually tried out yet. We can't put 10 in there, so it can hold higher input hatches. So we'll just grab that and... MV input hatch will be fine. It's like the worst place to accidentally put it, because... Okay, let's see if this forms. It does. Okay, so I was making kind of a big deal out of it for nothing then. We're... Right there. Okay. And then this can go back in there. Okay, you have your sodium potassium. Why are you not ready to go? Machine hull. Wait, was it machine hull or machine casing? Machine hull. Tritium barium cuprate. Oh, you know what? I just realized. I don't have a UV energy hull. Oh no, it requires data modules. No, and that requires what? Oh no! And this is a sterile clean room recipe. Okay. I thought I'd found a shortcut through here. I just didn't even think about the fact that we need to do that. And I betcha this requires 64, and we can only create 48 CPU. So we also have to do the bridging component. Okay, so 100%, this is one of our next tasks, is to make the UV energy hatch. Okay, so we do need this guy to run. And I do actually need to pull everything out of these, but I'll do that later. In the meantime, I think we want to grab... Yeah, we've got these. And then we can do... The last bit of these comes in there. Okay. Now, I think I have some plascrete. It's not a lot, and I think I've got some clean room glass. Sufficient. Let's go see if we can't lay out, and I'll finish building it. I'm not going to build the whole thing on camera. I just need to see if I can find some place I even want to put it. What I'm thinking is... I'm making most of the boards over here, so it makes the most sense to me to do the clean room over here. So let's see, what is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not doing 9 because that's 81. Well, 80 technically. But what we could do is come like right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. No! Well. I don't want to do it on this side. I really do want to do it in here. So we'll just put some doors. We'll put doors here, and then we can't use that corner. It's stupid, but we're going to do it that way. I'm tempted to actually drop down here, but that's going to go badly. We don't need to do that much. Come on. In the sterile clean room, I don't think. Here, we'll need to move it when we get there. So plascrete, yeah, we don't have enough plascrete, but I think this will be fine. So what I'm going to do is grab it, move it there. No, these not move. No, they move. It just glitched for some reason. Okay. So nice. I can live with that. And oh, it's not locked anymore though. I'm not going to bother locking them. Okay, so I'll make a little bit more plascrete. And I kind of, well, actually, the episode's not that long. It's only 3 times longer than I intend for them to be. I was hoping we'd get to wetware today. I just don't think it's going to happen. But we can at least get the clean room set up. That is not as much as I thought we were going to have. Let me go make some... Let me go make some plascrete real quick, and then I'll be back in a moment. It occurs to me that it's been a very long while since I've made plascrete on camera, so just heads up. This is the only thing I need is concrete. Now I'm thinking maybe I don't have any concrete handy. No, I do. It's right here. Aha. Okay. I actually destroyed the concrete making setup, and I'm hoping I can get rid of the rest through the rest of the game with 500 buckets of concrete. That may be a little bit much, but we should be good. So it is steel frames and polyethylene sheets with concrete in here, and then the other one is liquid glass to make the clean room glass. So that's pretty straightforward, and it took like 2 seconds to prep. And then I realized, oh, you know what? Maybe people would like to see that at this point. Maybe you're watching ahead. Who knows what you're doing? Let me know where you are in the game. I would like to know. I've got a lot of people who like to watch kind of behind where they are. And I like that because it means I get a little bit of extra hints and things. Okay. Come on. and then we do the exact same thing above. Being awful careful because this reach is spicy. Yeah, see, like I can see the stone bricks that are up there, so it's not ideal if I break them. Oh, I suppose I'll have to move this up one too, won't I? Yeah, I will. It's okay. No! I didn't think about that. I don't know what was there. Here, we'll do this, and I'll fix it later. Probably 3-part? Yeah, just 3 parts. That's fine. Oh, I almost did it. Got 2 more. Okay, now can I? Yes. I didn't think that through too well, did I? Oh well. Okay. So then we outline it. And I think it's really the outline that it uses when you're doing the multi-blocks like this. It's obviously much easier to check if you have a single block that you're looking for rather than even 2 blocks. Just the entire code is cleaner. Not impossible to do multiple blocks, but having a single one just makes everything tie up a little bit nicer. So I can totally understand why they have it set like this. Now watch, as I place this, it doesn't replace in my inventory, which is not cool, man. Okay, so I've got the sterilizing filter casings. So we're going to put that there. Oh, it's pink. It gets more and more closer to purple as time goes on. Okay, we'll put you there. Put you there. That'll work for me. I can deal with that. I wonder how much power this takes. It sounds like a famous last words question. I don't know if I've got any clean rooms either. Should have 15 left. 16. Nice. Okay. So I've actually got enough of these to make 2 little 3x3 clean rooms. Nice. Okay. I can live with that. And then what we'll do is make a diode. And I might have to actually swap out the power that goes in here, but I can do that now. I think it's just a clean room class. Okay, actually, you know what I just realized? I'm gonna fix it later. I'll change things around. But for while we're in here right now, I am just going to not. I don't have enough glass. Grr. Okay, here. This will look different later, but for now, just to see how this clean room works, we'll go like that. Oh no, how are we going to get in? Okay, and then I suppose that means we're going to... Can I just... Yes, I can. So stuff over there is not going to run for just a second. And I'll replace these with diodes later. And so this is a clean room as soon as I put in the clean room block. Yes, that is the case. And then the question is, do I have a clean room block? If I don't, actually, learn. I have clean stainless steel casing. Okay, that's not what I want. I am going to come over here. And real quickly, because this doesn't take much to make, I'm just going to steal this one, because There's no reason for this to be a clean room right now. It doesn't operate because the recipe changed. So, experimental it is, and oh, I'm actually gonna swap one of these out for. We have two things we need now that I think about it. I need a maintenance hatch and I think LUV energy hatch. Kind of want to use that 4 amp. Yep. Okay, so go right here. Put this guy down. Like that. Perfect. And then we'll put this guy right. Oh no! Don't do that. There. Okay, you're cleaning. Okay, so it takes 12 seconds. That seems like a lot. Well, no, that's about right for this size room. And 35%. Sterile clean room. And that's kind of it. That's all we're going to get out of it. All right, so what we want is wetware. Yeah, let's look at this. Let's get the sterilized growth medium. Raw growth medium, requires sterile clean room, in a mixer. Oh, so I can even do this elsewhere. Mutagen requires a sterile clean room. Enriched bacterial sludge requires a sterile clean room. And bacterial sludge requires a sterile clean room. Cool. Let's go get a chemical reactor real quick and see if we can't mix some. Wait a second. I need bacteria. In a brewery. So let's go get a brewery real quick. This is an HV recipe. I bet you I've got an HV brewery. And we'll see if we can't get some biochaff and some distilled water going. Just, again, for funsies. Let's see. First, I'm going to check and see, do I have an LUV one? Do I have an LUV diode, actually? No. They're not expensive. I just don't want to go through grabbing all the stuff yet. LUV is this one. Nope. This one. Yeah, so it's just 4 advanced rhodium plated and plated plate. But it's the making this cable that takes 2 seconds. I guess it's going to take... In fact, we have it. So let's just go make that happen. Sorry. I didn't even think about the fact that we could probably just do it. Yeah, that'll take like 2 seconds to make. So we run back here. We grab 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, and then it's just the diodes. Those guys are just down here. Okay, and then, I mean, I know we did just set it up, but we're going to break it for just a moment. Where is it? It's over this way. Okay, clean. That's all it takes. Okay, cool. It is not telling me how much power it's taking, but 131 million or 131,000. It's not any more than anything else, so it's just a different kind of clean room is all. Okay, so we're going to go like that. And we'll put the diode in. That's in and out, yeah. And then we'll hit it with the screwdriver, soft mallet. And then we're going to have to break this one, and this one, and that one. And that can go in there. Let's come this way. Soft mallet. And then the power. Oh, it's running ZPM. That's why it was throwing me off just a little bit. That's silly. Okay, and then I should be able to just... That's not ideal. I don't actually know how to get in there anymore. That's funny. We can go this way. Okay, this is obviously not going to be sufficient. I will put a door in here. Actually, it's right on the edge, isn't it? It kind of looks like it's floating there, but it's on the ground. Right, we're going to grab this, and we will put down a twinite wire. There. And there. You are running. Good. And now we will go grab and see if we have what we're going to look and see what the highest tier distillery we have is. If I don't have one, then I guess that answers that question. Energy hatch, cutter, mixer, no. Distillery, centrifuge. But, oh, you know what? Can't sort it, so I can't rely on alphabetical order anymore, can I? Okay, I think I've got an EV one at least. No, the best one I have is an HV one. I don't even know if I want to do it at HV. Okay, I do have some HV energy converters though, so we'll make this happen real quick. Real quick, over here, over here in the corner of shame. Put you on top. And we'll grab one of these guys. It's using 2,000. That's silly. Okay, and then what did we decide? We decided it was biochaff and agar. So we're actually going to have to make biochaff. Are we still making biochaff up here? No, I took this biochaff maker down. Where do we get biochaff from? Macerating plant balls or fermenting stuff. Just any crop, okay. And this is in the... Oh, the new fermenting casket. This is one of the ones that they added. And I have it... Oh, I had the composting factory. This is the one that I was looking at. It just ferments stuff. We can get wheat kvass, ethanol, sweet corn beer, sake, berry wine, apple cider, carrot ale. Wait a second. Oh, with ethanol we get that. Okay. It doesn't look like it takes power, but maybe it does. I don't know. Either way, we're going to do it like this. I have... I think it's over here. That's lubricant. Oh, wait a second. Oh, it is. It's over here. It's in one of these. Ha! I can't even get in there. Okay, let's break that. I just want a little just a little taste, that's all. There we go. Oh my goodness, this is slow. Why is this so slow? Okay, so you're grinding wood. You have that. Is it this extractor? No, the extractor is doing one every tick. But the plant ball is not guaranteed. Okay, I might have to find a better way to do this then. Or replace this particular machine. I'd be okay with that too. Alright, we're just going to take that much. And I just need to see if this works. one of these is distilled water down here. Still like staring at them. That's just cool. Okay, so in here we will put the distilled water like so, and the biochaff in there, and give it a circuit. Bacteria, right? HV requires a sterile clean room, biochaff, distilled water. Sterile clean room is clean. See, this is what we got to check. In a brewery, not a distillery. Well, that's funny, I guess. Is that funny? I think it's probably funny. It could also be ridiculous. I would also accept ridiculous. Now, I think I put them in here. Yeah. You can go in there. And you can go away. I guess I've got a ton of stuff that I need to clear out of my inventory too. You can go away and you can go away. Okay, now we're a little bit cleaner. Brewery. Still don't have any? I still don't have any. Well, that's not ominous. I have one. Okay. Alright, now we're talking. It is a 15-second recipe, which is not ideal, but by the time we bump it up a little bit, it'll be better. What I am planning on is we're just going to do single blocks in here because we are not there, but approaching the point where we'll get cleaning hatches, and then that changes how everything's going to be set up. Okay, but we have bacteria. Now that we have bacteria, we can stop using this recipe. Wait. No, we have to get sterilized growth medium. Wait, then what are we doing? To get bacteria. There's only one way to get bacteria. Really? Okay, so this is the only way to get bacteria. We need a brewery. And the brewery is kind of an ugly machine, if I remember. Yeah, that's not going to fit in our dealio here. I could make the whole thing taller or shorter. I could make it taller down here. I'm never going to get out this far, he says so confidently. I could make it taller too. I don't know. It probably doesn't need either of those things. Anyhow, mission accomplished. We've done something that required this sterilized clean room. So, ton of progress. We realized what it was that's keeping us from UV energy hatches. We did the sterilized clean room. We made our first UV components, which means that we also have, next episode, we really got to double down on this wetware processor, because if I can make the wetware processor happen, then I can also make the wetware processor assembly happen, which is, again, just a regular clean room. And then we can look at making, data modules. Huh, okay. Just ZPM circuits, but interesting. Once we've gotten there, we also have the wetware printed circuit board, so we can make the data modules, which means we can make the UV energy hatch. Because a bridging component I don't think is going to be hard, but that sounds like a famous last words thing. And then we can also make the wetware processor supercomputer, which is all within our reach. Yes, this is all reasonable stuff. Once we've got the assembly and the wetware processor boards. Yep, all of this is totally fine. So we can make UV tier circuits pretty easily. And then UHV should honestly be fine. once we've got the data module and the research station running 96, that's just 2 of them next to each other. No, because they can only do 36 once they've matched. So we have to have 3 of them next to each other. But either way, we can make these wetware processor mainframes. No big deal. I don't know that we want to do anything with them, but we can make them. And then I don't know where we go quite from there. I think we need to spend some time rebuilding everything in the base because it's been about 4 updates that we've had, and some of the early stuff is still showing signs of the, what is it? Ada 2, Ada, Theta? What was that upgrade? If I can get this loaded real quick. Oh, there's a new hotfix. Okay, I gotta look at that and see what that looks like. So we had Eta, Zeta, Epsilon, Delta. I think I started on Delta. So all of these updates are cool. I like them. I enjoy looking at them, but yeah. So I think that's going to do it for today. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And until next time, I'll catch you on the flippity flop.